I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play.
Big win today for the Steelers in Dublin, Ireland. Aaron Rodgers, 18 for 22, 1 touchdown. It was that long DK Metcalf catch and run, 80 yards, I believe. DK did a great job of settling down in between those zones to catch the ball before he turned on the jets and ran by everybody on the field for that touchdown. What a play that was. Just great veteran recognition on both his and Rodgers' parts. Another circus play today off of a Rodgers scramble. He managed to pick up the first down, but then the ball came torpedoing out of his hands. Fortunately, it went straight to Broderick Jones. The Steelers have gotten pretty good bounce luck, all things considered, this year, with the fumble that went straight to Jaylen Warren, Jonnu Smith fumble that ended up trickling out of bounds, a third example. The fourth down decisions are not going to be popular. I'm one of Tomlin's biggest defenders, and even I am baffled at what happened. After letting Aaron Rodgers talk you in to keeping the offense on the field down near the goal line on that next to last one, you then take the ball out of his hands and then run it from 4 yards out? I don't know what that was about. If you're going to let him talk you into keeping him on the field, put the ball into the 21-year veteran's hands and let him make a play. Rodgers also didn't like that call. He said as much in his post-game press conference.
We kick a field goal there, it's 27-14. You get the ball on the 35, it's kind of in the average start position. They got to go 65 yards to score. To me, it was worth it to try and end the game right there.
I also didn't like the decision to pull him off the field the next fourth down. After you trust him to get 4 on 4th and goal, you're not going to trust him to get 1 on 4th and inches. Kenneth Gainwell was the Steelers Digest Player of the Week with his 2 touchdowns, almost 100 yards on the ground today, filling in as RB1 for Jaylen Warren, who was questionable today, gave it a go in warm-ups, just didn't like how he looked. Almost had a 3rd touchdown, Gainwell did, on that 4th down. But even if he did convert for a 3-touchdown day, I still wouldn't be lobbying for him to be running back 1 when Warren comes back. The Steelers are a team, for better or worse, that do not take your job when you're injured. So Warren's going to come back to that running back 1 role as he should be. He's the more explosive of the 2 backs. It's nice to have that D'Angelo Williams type of back in the day, back in a Le'Veon Bell who can step in a pinch and give you running back 1 snaps. But no, Jaylen Warren is clearly the better back. It's going to be exciting to see him back there. This line seems to be gelling now, protecting Rodgers better, getting more push in the run game. This is a very good Vikings defense. As we know, Brian Flores over there calling plays for them, and we were inches away from putting up 30 against them. So that's a good step for the Steelers offense. We knew there would be growing pains with all of the moving pieces, the new tackles, the new quarterback, the new wide receiver 1, the new tight end. The Steelers defense has been volatile the first couple weeks of the season, coming off of a 5-turnover performance. They turned in another big performance today. 6 sacks, 8 pass breakups, 10 tackles for loss, 14 quarterback hits, in addition to those 2 picks. 1 for Elliott in his first game back from that knee injury, 1 for TJ Watt off of a deflection from, I believe, Clamps Hayward there. So it's real good to see TJ putting up numbers again. Nick Herbig probably had the play of the game with that late sack, with the intentional grounding there. I don't know how many of us felt confident after that last punt, but that sack by Herbig definitely changed the feeling of the game, for me at least. By the way, James Pierre, a great play at the goal line to break up a would-have-been touchdown, and then again, nearly interception, undercutting a route there late in that game. So good for him, stepping up in, I believe, Brandon Eccles' absence, who stepped up in Joey Porter Jr.'s absence. Jalen Ramsey has been stellar thus far for the Steelers this year, but if you're going to celebrate like you pulled your hamstring after a play that ends up getting called back anyway, you better not actually pull your hamstring for real later in the game. Unfortunately, he was able to come back both times. Maybe he was faking the second time too. Hopefully nothing long-term is going on there. For the most part, it looks like Terrell Lawson wasn't just blowing smoke when he said that the holes in the middle of the field, giving up gash plays to tight ends, had been plugged. There was one late in the game once they had gotten to keep everything underneath you mode. But other than that, I think they did a really good job against something that had been a pain point for this defense. But anyway, slice it. It's good to get out of a game against a very quality opponent with a win. We're 3-1. We got a bye week to get healthy, I think our best football is still in front of us here.